In August 2014, the Ukrainian armed forces and pro-Russian separatists fought for control of the town of Ilowaisk in eastern Ukraine. The separatists won a resounding victory. Russia denies that its armed forces took part in the battle, but there is widespread evidence to the contrary. Forensic architecture was commissioned by the European Human Rights Advocacy Centre to consolidate the existing open-source evidence for Russia's military presence in the region during this time. In doing so, we began to develop new methods for open-source research. Following the battle, on September 3rd, a convoy of military vehicles can be seen 10 kilometers south of Ilowaisk. It includes armored vehicles and flatbed trucks. A few kilometers away, more vehicles are visible. Dust clouds suggest that they are heading east towards Russia. Open-source investigators found more vehicles and military camps on either side of the border around that time. On the Russian side of the border, images from the 28th of August show a convoy coming from the direction of Ukraine. The vehicles have no visible insignia apart from these white circles. To verify what these markings meant, we set out to find further evidence of military vehicles within Ukraine. Doing so meant searching through hundreds of hours of video footage. To speed up the process, we used machine learning to help us find the most relevant videos. A machine learning classifier analyzes videos frame by frame and returns a probability that each video it analyzes contains what we've trained it to look for, in this case, military vehicles. We noticed tanks recurring in the results, so we refined the classifier to focus on them. We developed a user interface to interpret and navigate the results. Sections highlighted in red indicate where the classifier has predicted the presence of a tank. Each horizontal bar represents one video. Clicking on any part of the highlighted area takes the user to that point in the original video. A particular model of tank was of interest in this investigation, the T-72B3. This article from 2017 gives an overview of the T-72B3, a new model of tank put into use in 2012 and which at the time of the Battle of Ilowaisk was operated exclusively by the Russian army. The article also describes the tank's unique features, as does this post on a popular Russian weapons forum from 2013. We used this information to build a detailed model of the T-72B3, including a sight system known as the Sosna-U, a sensor, and these Contact 5 explosive reactive armor plates. We compared the model against images from the Ilowaisk battlefield. In this photo of a tank captured by Ukrainian forces, we can clearly see the features unique to the T-72B3. The same features can again be seen on the turret of this destroyed tank. And in this video, the same features are again visible. Two white circles have also been painted on the side of this tank, similar to those seen earlier, on the convoy returning to Russia from Ukraine. The same markings can also be seen on other tanks and military hardware across the battlefield. This suggests that there is a connection between the white markings and Russia's operations in Ukraine. This wreckage of a T-72B3 was filmed multiple times by pro-Russian separatists, Ukrainian armed forces, and by Russian and Ukrainian journalists. The wreckage was reported to be somewhere near the village of Novodviersk. A satellite image from the 31st of August shows clear traces of a battle, including artillery craters and vehicle tracks, 2 kilometers south of the village. Among these traces, we spotted what appears to be the same wreckage. In this video, from the 29th of August, we are able to identify a row of trees to the vehicle's right, and these 4 pylons to its left. The video and the satellite image therefore show the same tank. We also geolocated another video to the same location by this bend in the road and these trees. Here, Ukrainian soldiers are seen climbing over a Russian T-72B3. The tank bears distinctive damage marks. According to witness testimony, this image showing the tank on the 26th of August was taken at the same location. A white circle is visible, however by now an additional insignia has been added. These 2 white stripes, known to officially identify Ukrainian military vehicles, suggest that the tank is now in the hands of the Ukrainian armed forces. We can also see more damage marks. The same tank is seen again 3 days later, still in the hands of the Ukrainian armed forces, recognizable by the same damage marks. But in this image, from early September, the tank appears to have changed hands again. These soldiers are pro-Russian separatists. Here, the separatists show off the same tank for a Russian television network. In fact, the vehicle they are parading, captured from the Ukrainian armed forces, was originally manufactured and brought to the region by their Russian allies. The open-source evidence that we gathered together was presented within an interactive cartographic platform. In total, we analysed over 130 events relating to Russian military presence, which we colour-coded and placed on a timeline. Events can be filtered by time and by tag. Each individual event contains a list of evidence and sources. These events are pulled together into a series of narrative threads. The platform also contains a series of our own investigative reports. The work that led to this platform demonstrates the clear potential for machine learning to augment open-source research in human rights investigations. Our findings also add to the overwhelming evidence for Russia's military presence in eastern Ukraine during the Battle of Ilowaisk.